Mary Morgan and Jessup Police Department is announcing the response of an investigation of a school violence threat which took place yesterday afternoon here in Wayne County. Jessup PD received notification of a possible threat of school violence in the afternoon hours of Wednesday, September 21st. The resulting investigation produced the identification of the student responsible for making the threats. The student has been taken into custody he was taken into custody a few hours after the report was made without incident. The student responsible for the threats is currently being held at the Wayne County Jail and is going to be charged with terroristic threats and acts as well as disruption of public schools. The investigation is active and ongoing, and the current charges may change as well as new charges possibly being added. Chief Perry Morgan wants to thank the citizens, students, and faculty for coming forward with information that leads to a speedy response by law enforcement yesterday. And Chief Perry Morgan encourages anyone with information pertaining to this case or any threat to the schools to immediately contact the Jessup PD at 912-427-1300. We're less than 50 days from the general election on Tuesday, November 8th, and state races are heating up and politicians seeking office on the campaign trail. Wednesday night in Baxley, Georgia, Governor Brian Kemp in town at Circle F Farms Produce Barn, shaking hands and seeking votes. WIFO-FM on hand had a chance to talk with the governor. He spoke about how most of the big economic projects in the state of Georgia have been outside the 10-county metro Atlanta area, and the majority of the money spent here in South Georgia.
Well, really just trying to help people fight through 40-year high inflation because of bad policies from the Biden administration in Washington, D.C. And obviously, Bob, we can't fix all those problems here in the state of Georgia, but what we're trying to do is help hardworking Georgians fight through that. You know, the president promised he wouldn't raise taxes on hardworking Americans, and he is. What we've been doing is cutting taxes in the state of Georgia, refunding taxpayers' dollars to them to put more money in their pocket so that they can fight through high prices when they go to the grocery store and then the rest of the supply chain. We've suspended the gas tax since March. And in the future, we're going to do another tax rebate over $1 billion to put more money back in the pockets of folks here in South Georgia and all over the state. And we're going to do a one-time property tax relief grant to help people fight through a rise in property taxes.
Less than 50 days from the election, the key is to get everybody out to vote. So how do you go about across the state and encourage people to vote?
Well, it's really about fighting for the soul of our state. You know, Stacey Abrams is going to have to raise your taxes with all the big government policies that she has. She opposed me doing the tax rebate. She opposed the suspending of the gas tax. She opposed me reopening the economy. She didn't want me to get her kids back in the classroom. And 86% of her money is coming from outside the state, from places like California and George Soros and New York and, you know, teachers unions and other unions all across the country that are trying to bring their values through her to our state. And Georgians need to stand up and fight back and get out and vote to keep our state moving in the right direction. And I'd be honored to have their support again.
Looking forward to the debates?
Oh, yeah. Well, I think there's a clear contrast. You know, we've talked about the financial, economic contrast, but you also got the contrast that Stacey Abrams believes that we should defund the police and end cash bail. And I think we ought to be going after street gangs and street racers and violent criminals and drug dealers and human traffickers.
Always good to see you. Thank you.
Thanks, Bob.
And again, those comments of Governor Brian Kemp. He spoke to the crowd gathered in Baxter. We'll bring you his comments, more of his comments, this week on our local newscast. If you're not registered to vote in the upcoming general election, again, you have until October 11th to do so. Again, they said if you changed your name and your address since you last voted, they asked that you please update your file by coming into the registrar's office and filling out a change of address form. You can go online with your Georgia driver's license at www.mvp.sos.ga.gov to register to vote, update your name or address, view your precinct or polling place, and view a sample ballot of the candidates who are running for office in your voting district. Last day to request an absentee ballot is Friday, October 28th. Early voting begins on Monday, October 17th. We'll run through Friday, November 4th from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. It's a 3-week voting period with 2 Saturday voting dates. The Saturday voting dates are Saturday, October 22nd and Saturday, October 29th from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. at Hall Richardson and the Hall Richardson Recreation Center located at 644 North 4th Street here in Jessup. Election day is Tuesday, November 8th, less than 50 days away. If you have any questions or concerns, please contact the registrar's office at 912-427-5950. We'll be back with more news after this word from our sponsor, the commercial messages, so please stay tuned. Georgia State Patrol says they're going to have more information today as they continue to investigate that Wednesday morning crash involving a Nissan automobile and a semi-tractor trailer, which occurred yesterday morning at the intersection of Highway 84 and Highway 203. 16-year-old junior female from Wayne County High School had to be airlifted to Memorial Medical Center in Savannah. Last report, she was in critical condition. Driver of the truck was injured, had to be taken to Wayne Memorial Hospital. Names have not been released at this time by the Georgia State Patrol. This report is that the driver of the Nissan ran a stop sign. Again, we should have a full report on Friday's newscast. Jessup City Commissioners held a work session and a regular meeting on Tuesday. At the work session, discussion about possible zoning ordinance amendment as they discussed the growing problem with homeless population in the city of Jessup, and they state they need a shelter. There currently is no zone that allows a homeless shelter, and discussion was to possibly create a zone specifically for homeless shelters or the possibility of incorporating it into a current zone. The board requested their attorney, Michael Connor, to draft an ordinance for the board to review and look at to allow a zone that covered homeless shelters. City Engineer Bill Schuman was at the work session, discussed the TIA project on South Macon Street Extension. The discussion mainly information for the Board of Commissioners. Board voted unanimously to approve the new redistricting map for the next 10 years for the city of Jessup. Also discussed a parking ordinance that would restrict parking on the side of the road concerning mostly commercial vehicles. Also at the work session, discussion about naming the new downtown pocket park located at the old Chamber of Commerce building. Commissioner Tim Cockford recommended to be named in honor of Jim Bland. Mrs. Sybil Lynn's name also brought up. No decision made as the commission was a full panel of commissioners on hand to make the decision. Again, only 4 commissioners on hand for Tuesday's work session and meeting. The 7 p.m. meeting, a discussion again about the pool at Cracker Williams. Board has yet to receive a bid on the pool, so they're looking at other methods to try to get the pool project underway. Board approved an amendment to allow city employees with 20 years of service or more to use their forfeited leave time towards retirement. They also passed the first ordinance of that parking ordinance that they brought up at the work session. Second reading and final vote to be taken at the next meeting. And they also heard from their city manager on their financial statement. They state the city is currently running about $2.5 million under budget so far this year. We'll be back with some final news notes after this word from our sponsor, the commercial messages, so please stay tuned. Final notes and news: Wayne County High School gearing up for homecoming. Again, the homecoming theme is Rocking Through the Ages by participating in the annual homecoming parade, which will take place on Thursday, October 6th at 5 p.m. Parade lineup will be on Bay Street next to the Jessup Fire Department, with the event judging beginning at 4:30. Entry cost is $25 per 20 feet space. Entry forms are due on Tuesday, October 4th by 3 p.m. Late registration cost is $50 per space. Late entries will not be considered for judging and will be written in at the end of the parade list. Late entries begin at 3:01 on October 4th. Again, they ask you please sign up through RevTrack under Wayne County High School Homecoming. Homecoming t-shirts also can be purchased on RevTrack for $15 each. Again, Wayne County High School gearing up for homecoming. Again, the parade Thursday, October 6th at 5 p.m. in downtown Jessup. Long County Health Department will begin offering flu vaccines on Monday, October 3rd. Vaccines will be available by appointment during the regular hours of operation, Monday through Friday. Residents can call the health department at 912-545-2107 to schedule an appointment. Flu vaccines recommended for everyone over 6 months of age. Vaccination is particularly important for those at high risk of complications from flu, including adults 65 years of age and older, children younger than 5, pregnant women, people with weakened immune systems, and people with chronic health conditions such as asthma, diabetes, and heart disease. COVID vaccines and flu vaccine can be given at the same time. Once again, the number of the health department, 912-545-2107. It begins on Monday, October the 3rd. City of Odom gearing up for their 47th annual Odom Homecoming Celebration. It kicks off this Saturday evening with the 4th annual Odom Day Dance featuring Second Chance Band. It gets underway between 7 and 9 p.m. this Saturday at the Odom Train Depot. All ages are welcome. It's a free concert and dance. Tender Pig Barbecue will sell barbecue plates for $12 cash only at the event on Saturday. And the big event set for Saturday, October 1st, with the parade at 10, platform ceremonies at 11, full day of activities, the community worship service at 6:30 p.m. that evening. Again, Odom Day t-shirts available, $15 all sizes, kids and adults. Again, if you need more information about the Odom Homecoming, call Odom City Hall at 586-2211. Anchored in Recovery having their big event this Saturday at the Farmers Market between 4 and 7 p.m. If you've been impacted by substance abuse disorders or mental health disorders in any way, they ask you to come support this event to spread awareness and education through a scavenger hunt celebrating recovery with speakers giving uplifting testimonials. Again, that's all taking place this Saturday at the Farmers Market between 4 and 7 p.m. And the Wayne County Board of Tourism has another big event coming up. It's a photo contest. Jessup's known as the city that trains built, and the Wayne County Board of Tourism is taking this train heritage a step further hosting a train day to coincide with the City of Jessup's Arch Fest on October 22nd. As a part of the festival, the board will hold a graffiti on trains photo contest, offering photographers ages 21 and over the opportunity to take photographs of interesting and art train graffiti during the contest period of September 22nd and October 20th. Pictures will be posted on the board's Facebook page, where voting will take place to select the contest winner. Trains must be photographed coming through any part of Wayne County. When posted on Facebook, the photos must also post the hashtag Visit Jessup, Wayne County, Georgia. Photographers must not violate railroad right-of-way boundaries in the course of taking pictures. Safety guidelines will be followed by all. The board reserves the right to deny participation to any photographer who fails to follow the guidelines. Full guidelines and contest rules for the graffiti on trains photo contest are available on the Tourism Board website, waynetourism.com. Contest pictures will be displayed digitally in the community room of the Jessup Train Depot during the Arch Fest hours on October 22nd. Grand prize for the contest is a 2-night stay in Magis Place Caboose. Other prizes will be awarded based on the number of entries. Contest begins Thursday, September 22nd, ends October 20th. Again, start your train watching and picture taking today. Join in the fun of the Wayne County Board of Tourism's Graffiti on Trains photo contest. That's going to do it for latest in local news. Sports comes your way in a few minutes. Bob Morgan saying a great day.